currently just sitting here crocheting, working on one of my first summer tops for this year. I originally started off by following a free pattern on YouTube, and then I just kind of went off and started doing my own thing now with it. So it's just kind of become my own creation, which was not something I was planning to do at first, because I was planning to follow some patterns for my first couple of tops and then try to create my own after that. But at this point I am literally just creating my own pattern. So I'm excited to see how this is going to turn out at the end and possibly share it with you guys. I'm thinking if I do share the pattern of it, I would create a free YouTube tutorial as well. If anyone is interested in that, of course. Like, I don't want to put the time into that if no one's going to be interested in that. But yeah, I'd be willing to do that if there is enough people interested. Well, make yourself comfortable, grab yourself something to work on while we chat, because today is going to be like a laid back type video where I just kind of crochet and chat with you guys. So go grab like a coloring book, or you can crochet with me or game or do whatever that you can do while listening to me talk and chat with you guys. We're going to be talking to you guys about some of the crochet patterns I'm planning to make this summer, because I do plan to buy some other patterns and follow some patterns as well. We'll see how well that goes and if I actually follow them, of course. I want to start becoming more intentional with my wardrobe, which is one of the reasons I started crocheting my own summer wardrobe this summer. I decided, because like I realized there's other types of yarn other than acrylic that I can use, and so I am using cotton yarn for my tops right now. I also have some bamboo and cotton that I got. If you guys missed my yarn haul, I posted a yarn haul to show you guys like all the yarns I got, which is what I'm going to be using for my tops. I've been trying to keep my wardrobe more intentional, because when I'm shopping online for clothes, a lot of times I see something that's like, for example, it's crocheted and it's very, very expensive, and I'm like, well, I could just make that myself. So that's what kind of inspired me to want to grab my hook again and start crocheting again, because I've crocheted off and on over the years, and I'm like more into it now, because I think it feels really exciting to be making my own clothing that I get to wear and be like I made that. Like, you're just proud of yourself because you actually made it, you know? And plus the fact that you could pick colors that you want, you know, it's just so much more customizable that way, and then like you could shape the clothes to fit you better. Like, I'm just gonna go over a lot of things in this video, including like fast fashion. I've been learning more about the fast fashion industry, which really just makes it even harder to want to shop for clothes, honestly. And being intentional about your clothing just makes you become really picky. I'm going to go ahead and kind of show you guys the top that I'm actually working on right now. It's actually inside out, so you can kind of tell, but this is sort of what the top is going to be like. And I'm working on this part, and I'm going to be adding straps to it. So yeah, I'm not sure how long it's going to be yet. I'm going to try it on, like, you know, I'll determine how long I want it as I'm working on it, which is also kind of why I like the YouTube tutorials, because a lot of times you can watch the tutorial and then like you can kind of fit it to you and the way you're gonna, I don't know if I'm explaining that right. Like, I feel like you can make it fit you better, and just having that visual and the visuals of the person doing it helps you, so you know you're not making a mistake on the stitches, you know what I mean? But for anyone new here and who has not seen any of my videos, I started crocheting when I was 12 years old, and I remember when I first started, I used to like crochet where I would kind of stick the needle in. I would wrap it like this with my hand, and then I would stick it in. I would like hand wrap it. I think what I did was I did slip stitches. I didn't do like the yarn overs yet. I remember doing this, and I remember, what was I doing? I guess that is, yeah, and then, okay, so I remember doing this, and I would like take it by hand and pull this over with a hook. That is how I started crocheting, and I also had like a plastic needle when I started. Yeah, I did not have any of the techniques down when I first started at all, but you know, it's crazy to think of how far I've come in like just how I started off doing it like with my hand really, and then like getting better with like holding it and the hand techniques as I got older. And every time I pick it up, I literally just sit and learn more, even if it's been like years since I had crocheted. So I feel like if you have learned it in the past, it's a lot easier to refresh your memory on the thing and come back to it again, because that's what has happened to me really. Like I've had to refresh my memory on some of the stitches, but then I literally just pick them up straight away once I refresh my memory. And I'm doing a lot of, I believe it's called V stitches right now in here. I'm really looking forward to crocheting more summer tops like this and then showing you guys all the results once I'm done, and like doing like a little try on to show you. I think that would be really fun. If you guys have any other suggestions of things you might want to see from me, please let me know in the comments. I will not bite. I am open to all suggestions, but don't feel bad if I don't do it, because I am a busy mom and I might not be able to do every idea that someone gives me. I'm gonna post some screenshots of some of the tops that I'm planning to make this summer. At least some of the ones that I've looked at, I'm like, you know what, I'm probably gonna buy these patterns. And a lot of them come from, majority of the tops that I am looking at so far is from an Etsy shop called ShopDaisyandDime. And the shops that I'm showing you guys are legit. They come from like a social media with like a real person. They're not AI created, so you know that the pattern's gonna be legit. And another one that I found was called EdsFart, which I loved the dress, just like the dress, and it was like a shorter dress, but the pattern itself looks like you could like literally make it a shirt or a longer dress. They have different variations you can make of it. I'll leave a screenshot for that as well if you guys also want to check that pattern out. But those are the ones I'm interested in right now and planning to buy once I'm ready to explore other patterns. I also really want to talk about like the colors more, because like if you've heard about color analysis, you could figure out what colors look best on you through a color analysis, and I've literally like delved into that so far deep. Like I literally have been testing and trialing so many things like through Canva, and then like color picking colors to see which colors will look best on me. And recently I tried it again and I realized like maybe I'm a true summer, but the problem with that is the fact that I actually do look good in some autumn colors, which would not put me in the true summer category, because they are like fully cool colored. And I definitely am neutral toned with cool. I am neutral cool leaning, which puts me in the soft summer category, because soft summer palette actually does pull some colors from the autumn palette. So if you are able to wear both, then you're probably more than likely a soft summer or soft autumn. And if you're soft autumn, you're usually a neutral with a warm leaning warm leaning tone. So that's what I was like looking into more today, because like a lot of the paler colors in those palettes don't look that good on me. They make me look a little washed out, and I look good more with like a medium tone of color from those palettes, if that makes sense. Like I would love to get a professional color analysis done one day, because that would be pretty nice, you know, just to like kind of confirm if I was right or wrong. But overall, I think the colors that I have picked do or would look very good on me. So I guess the only way to find out is just to try them out and see. And of course, like color analysis isn't like you don't have to follow the rules of a color analysis and only wear those colors, you know. You could break the rules. You can really wear whatever you want, because, you know, the color analysis is just there as a little guide to kind of show you what colors you look best in, and you don't have to like completely follow it. So sometimes I might pick other colors too that I really like, even if they don't look the best on me, just because I really like them, or I really like a certain pattern, you know, of like the fabric. There's like no rules to it, but it also it does make like your shopping a little more easy. Well, your shopping becomes a little easier because of the fact you now have like colors in mind, instead of like having to figure out which colors you really, really want, or like thinking you should buy every single color of something. but it literally helps pare down your options and actually makes your decision a little easier when you know what colors look good on you. Of course, it can make it really difficult too if there's like things out there that aren't the right colors that you need, and there's rarely clothes in that color, you know what I mean? Which I think is another reason why yarn might be a good option, because with yarn you can find various colors of yarn and hopefully find some yarn that's in the right color palette for you. When it comes to my wardrobe, something I've been trying to, I really want to become more intentional with my wardrobe and like be able to pair my clothes together a little more easily. So something I really want to add to my wardrobe is some denim shorts and like more denim pants and things like that, because denim can pair really easily with everything, and I just want to be able to find some that is actually comfortable too, because the thing with the denim is a lot of times it's not super comfortable, and so I really like stretchier, comfortable fabrics, and it's really hard to find denim that really fits me. And I also just haven't really worn denim in a very long time. Like I had one pair of jeans, and then after I had kids they just didn't really fit me the best. So yeah, I have to like go on a hunt for some denim, because I want to be able to pair these with some nice denim pieces. I also want a pair of like denim short talls. That's something I've always kind of wanted, because I like the idea that it's just easy to put on, and it's not really too much to think about, because if you have denim it pairs with everything, and you're really only thinking about like what top and color top you're gonna wear that day. If you guys have suggestions on denim that you really like, please leave those in the comments for me as well. Other thing that has made shopping more frustrating lately is the fast fashion industry. I'm gonna link a video in the comments to show you guys what the video that I saw that kind of shows behind the scenes of the fast fashion industry, and it really kind of opened my eyes to like the working conditions of these people and the fact that they're not paid fairly. It's pretty insane, and it literally just makes me want to now go buy my own sewing machine and just learn to sew and do all that crazy stuff like in the spur of the moments, even though I know it would take a while to actually perfect like my sewing skills to do that, and like I'm not going to be a perfect sewer in one go, you know what I mean? And like who knows if I would even really like it. I think I would like it though, because if I actually like got it down and learned how to sew, I'd probably just want to make all my clothes. Like I honestly, that sounds so fun to me, because I there's some dresses, like, you know, casual summer dresses that I've looked at, and I'm like, these colors and these prints, I don't like them that much. I wish I could like choose more of my own like little custom prints and colors and that type of thing. And if I knew how to sew, then I would be able to do that. So maybe that's going to be like one of my next things that I tackle when I have enough money to buy like a sewing machine and some other tools like that to prepare for sewing. Just combining like crochet with sewing would be kind of fun too. Another thing is though that like the economy is so difficult. It's totally understandable why. I know for a fact I messed this row up. I think I messed it up somewhere. Anyway, like the fact that the economy is just so bad right now, it's understandable why someone would want to buy something cheaper, because like the affordable options are mostly all fast fashion, and if you are getting a high quality piece, you're spending a lot of money on that, and that's a lot of money that a lot of people don't have, and like I don't even have that money yet, so it's understandable. Like the situation we're in is just so tricky, and it's just hard, you know. But you know, at the same time, I'm really glad that I know how to crochet, because I feel like that even though it's like really small, I feel like it still makes a little bit of a difference, the fact that I'm crocheting my clothing instead of going out to buy new clothes or a bunch of new clothes that just won't last as long, or you know, like even if one of these tops wears out, I could probably undo the yarn and literally use the yarn to remake it for a whole nother thing and just recycle the yarn. I think about everything all together and just my plans for when it comes to my clothes. I've just been kind of planning it roughly and not like fully planning it out, and just kind of going with the flow with it. And the main thing is really just finding pieces that are going to work together and hopefully last me. So, you know, like adding my denim and pairing it with like my crocheted tops. That's just what I'm focused on now. It feels very intentional, and like my things are going to go together well. So I'm looking forward to seeing how everything turns out in the end when I finish them, and I hope you guys stick around to see more. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you're looking forward to seeing my completed tops. And if you are into simple routine, simple life type stuff, then make sure you subscribe to my channel, because I go over things having to do with living your life more simply so that you can have more time to enjoy your hobbies like your crochet and your gaming or reading books or whatever you're into. So yeah, as a mom to 5 kids, I can tell you that simplifying your life does give you more time for your hobbies. And part of that is also just, you know, having a routine and structure for your kids as well. So having a routine and structure for yourself and a routine and structure for your kids is really the biggest piece to being able to have more time for your hobbies. Because when you think about it, and we have more structure and boundaries in our life, it actually gives us more freedom. That's basically what I do, and I help show you guys how I do it so that you can feel inspired and have more fun in your life. I'm curious to know if any of you guys also crochet, or if you guys sew or knit or whatever you guys do, and if you guys make your own clothes as well. Comment down below, I'd love to hear. And I'll see you guys next time.